Hello, welcome to ASL Helper, the next big tool for promoting sign language learning. My name is Jonathan, and our team consists of me, Zechen, and Amina. Our team worked to develop ASL Helper to serve as a communicator for the deaf community and members of the non-disabled community who want to learn sign language. It can both teach users how to sign words and phrases, as well as convert text to speech and vice versa, in order to provide a mode of communication between individuals. The key functions that we want to highlight are translating, teaching, quizzing, and a text-to-speech function.
Why do we develop ASL Helper? According to the National Association of the Deaf, for children who are identified as deaf, research shows that the earlier families adopt ASL learning, the better. While there are programs under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act that assist in teaching parents and families, we hope that ASL Helper will be another tool to teach young deaf children and their families the basics of sign language. With immediate translations of words as well as quiz functionalities, ASL Helper can prove instrumental in teaching sign language without the need for a formal instructor. This tool may also be used by members of the non-disabled community who are interested in learning ASL. Additionally, ASL Helper also highlights an important facet of sign language, Black American Sign Language, also known as BASL. Similar to African American Vernacular English, also known as AAVE, BASL is a dialect of ASL that is commonly used by deaf African Americans, featuring a larger signing space and vocabulary specific to the community. We hope that by including BASL in ASL Helper, we can promote more inclusivity in the disabled community.
Now we move on to what we use to make the bot. As you can see in this diagram, we use LUIS for language understanding, Bot Framer Composer to build the bot logic, a web app to host the endpoint, a bot channel registration connected to direct line speech and web chat and the endpoint to allow for users to communicate to the bot, and finally a blob storage to host the bot with speaking capabilities. Now that we've established what we use to build the bot, we will move on to the demo of the bot. Now, as Amina outlined, we made the bot functionalities with the intention of allowing seamless communication for people who are deaf. And after much consideration on the topic, we realized that there were 4 main criteria that we should aim for: translating words to sign language, teaching words in sign language, quizzing people words in sign language, and a text-to-speech capability to allow people who are deaf to speak. I will first show off translate. So as you can see here, I type in the word translate and it prompts me what I want to translate. In this case, let's do something general like, do you know sign language? And as you can see, we have the BSL word for you in the dictionary. In this case, I will view it. Now we have the videos of sign language for each word that I want translated, and the sign language for you is a little bit different than the others because that's for BASL. Also, sign and sign language are the same as sign language, so make a note of that. The next thing that I will show is the text-to-speech capability of the bot. So the entire idea behind speech is that people who are deaf cannot speak, but can make sounds. With this in mind, we create a functionality that will say whatever is typed after making a sound. Let me show you how it works. I type in speech and it asks me what I want to say. I type in do you know sign language? Now it asks me to hit the microphone and make a sound. In order to test and make sure that a person who is deaf can make an adequate sound for the bot, I will be using a YouTube video of a person who is deaf trying to speak as my sound for the bot. As you can see, I translate as prayer magnetic, but as stated before, the bot only needs a sound and the previous input of do you know sign language should be voiced by the bot.
Do you know sign language?
Nice. As you can see, it works. Now to show the teaching quiz functionalities, I will move over to the web chat as that has higher processing speeds. These functionalities teach and quiz on alphabet letters, words, and phrases. We even have word sets and phrase sets to make learning more targeted. Learning is currently the only functionality with BASL integrated, as we could not identify enough words for quizzing BASL. In the interest of time, I will limit what I will show, but the bot can be accessed by anyone, and I hope that the judges will test out the bot in their free time. I will type up here just to get the bot started. So now I type in teach me, and as you can see, I get a prompt for alphabet, words, and phrases. I'll try phrases and ask me, do I want to see a phrase in BSL? I'll select yes, and I get well dressed in BSL. Now doing phrases again, I will not select BSL this time, and I get a choice of selection. I will select greetings, and I get how are you? Now I will choose quiz and pick word. Let's see, is hospital the answer? Nope. Alright, trying again. Is school the answer? Yes it is, and that's a demo. We hope that this policy will assist people both learning and communication in sign language.
Finally, we would like to acknowledge that ASL Helper wouldn't be possible without several resources. For instance, we'd like to thank Nakia Smith for our BASL user videos, Carolyn McCaskill for our BASL user images, and Bill Vickers for our American Sign Language videos.